Righty guys, here we are. Got us back up to our field test location. First of all, just in case anybody didn't watch the sharpening video, this is an Ontario machete, 22-inch blade, 1075 high carbon steel. Pretty weighty. It's very forward heavy. So, I mean, this one here, better eat a good breakfast for you out in the morning if you're going to use this all day. Previous video, we reprofiled the edge, did the bevel, put a proper edge on it. She's near shaving sharp. It's just shy of proper shave, but I kind of wanted to leave it that way until I see how it's going to handle some rough treatment. Maybe after this video, I'll take the time to razor blade it if I feel, you know, it's capable of handling the impacts. I'm worried about chipping and rolling because it is 1075. It is a good machete steel, but like I said, this guy is very heavy. So this thing's going to be hitting with a lot of force. So we're going to start out as usual. I'm going to take you to the down pine tree here just right across from me, and we're going to see how well she chops into that pine. Well, here we are. I think we're going to have to switch spots because we ain't too far from having this thing chopped in half. So let's now that is a hard piece of. I think I might be keeping that piece, guys. That's got a decent little bit of resin in it, so we'll toss that aside. Now then, since that was actually quite hard, didn't seem to bother the edge any. It's still quite sharp. All right, now this very top layer, I'm going to think about a ½ inch here. We're going to just get rid of that because it's pretty rotten. That way we can kind of get down into that hardwood again. That's pine tree, I guess, you know, be more accurate, harder wood. All right, get that thing there out of the way. All right, here we go, guys. Nice. Now I can feel a little bit of vibration come to that handle. It's not like super bad, but oops, we got a little more rot in there on this side here. Let's get rid of that. Good little bit of pry action there. She come back true. There we go. Let's get a little more of that off. There we go. Now then. Feels pretty good. All right, guys, before I go, you know, super gung-ho here, let's move you in closer, get a better view of what's going on. All right, we're back, guys. Well, without further ado, let's get back into what I was doing there so you guys can see what's happening. Now, as usual, I'm not swinging for the fences here. I said this thing's pretty heavy, and I'm assuring that the weight can do quite a bit of work. All right, feel the edge here. That still feels pretty good. A little bit of draw knife action. Yeah, not too bad. Good deal. I was hoping it'd hold its edge well. All right, guys. Say that's not too bad. So let's go ahead and find us another little test medium for this thing. There's a pretty good tree. It'd be great for some shelter building. Good diameter, make it nice and strong. And she's pretty sickly looking, so taking her out of the gene pool, as it were, it would not be a bad thing. So now let's see what we can do here. Yeah, definitely not in good shape. That's a hardwood too, y'all. And you're not going to believe this, but may be caught up into the top of other trees. Come up over here real quick, get this side back here. Oh, not towards camera. A little piece hanging on there. Ooh. Yeah, close up look at the stump there, guys. That's perfectly suitable for machete work. And like I said, this thing here is just so freaking heavy. Yeah, perfectly straight, no problem. Okay, guys, we have us some lighter brush and some high grass here. These are younger olive trees, so we'll get those cut too. But I'm going to use the pinch and see how we can clear some grass. Not too bad. That actually cleared that a lot better than I thought it was going to. Ouch. Yep, there's stabbies on them. It's definitely way more effort to do control with this thing. So those controlled cuts are taking quite a bit of wrist strength. So with this one, typically I don't like using lanyards, but maybe this is a machete to do it. And this is definitely more of a kind of a swing. You still get your 45-degree angles. Yeah, that's working pretty good. Step back, get this a little bit lower. There we go. I almost feel like I want to use it like a saber more than a machete due to the weight. However, overall, yeah, it's still holding its edge well. However, I'll wipe it off, but I think maybe our finish has suffered a little bit, guys. But I'll take a wipe to that and we'll check it out later when we're done with the testing. Now I got a pretty good diameter dead piece of a small sapling. It's been there for a while, hard as a rock. I am feeling a bit more vibration to the handle now. I've given it a much harder swing, and it is vibrating up into that handle pretty good. I mean, it's not what I call painful. It's uncomfortable. Your hands may vary. So I got very large hands and a lot of heavy duty callus going on. So, you know, it could hurt at someone else using it. Well, it's probably out of view. I'm not sure, but let's get that out of the way. I gotta say, it's not too hateful, though. I would like to, if it was mine personally, I would like to alter the balance. I'd already talked that over with my friend, putting the distal taper on the machete, and he didn't want the distal taper. So, however, specifically, I think he was wanting it because it was very weight forward heavy. I think his idea was, you know, for more chop power, which is very, very true how it's weighted. So, check the edge. If there's any dulling, it's fairly mild. Like stropping it across your belt would probably fix what little bit it has dulled through the test. And if you're doing soft vegetation and like saplings, you know, stuff like 1.5 inch diameter at the biggest, and tall grass and all the mauve trees and briars, I don't think this would dull anytime soon, but we've been using it for an axe. So, all right, let's get the camera reset here and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. It's final thought time. Oh, and as you can see, the finish wasn't too bad, cleaned up. I didn't clean the other side, so we'll show in comparison. It's kind of what the other side looked like. I just took a wipe and cleaned that up there. There's some places more heavily scuffed, but it's the coating's still on there. But yeah, I'll clean the other side up, obviously, before I give this back. But okay. Here's what I think about it. Heavy chopper all day long. Will this thing wear you out? Or use it for a prolonged period of time? Your average person is going to have a lot of fatigue, you know, especially in your hand, your forearm, and your shoulder. That's where I notice most of the fatigue points. It's not good at snap cuts because of the weight, or, you know, my little flick cuts I like to do. Mind you, that's preference I'm talking about there. That's not like I'm saying, well, since you can't do that, it's worthless. I'm not saying that. If you want a heavy chopping machete, yeah, she's got the weight. Do it now, mind you. I can only assume that your machete may come as similarly edged as this one. Wasn't great, as you can see from these grind lines. I had to take quite a bit of metal off there to put a functional edge on this thing. But, you know, it wasn't super expensive. And it's another one of them tools that, if properly maintained and used, there's no reason this thing won't last 100 years or more. I mean, if you're hard using this thing, I'd say 25, 30 years hard using this thing, it should be its lifespan. It has a little bit of flex. It's not like super flexible, but it's a little bit thicker stock than normal machete steel. I use it to pry bark and some dead cambium layer off that pine tree. No problem. We cracked it into that little stump that, and I twisted it. No problem. It's still straight as the day it came out of the package. So would I recommend it? Yes, I would. If you need a heavy chopper and you don't mind, the work to get it good and sharp, and then understand that, this thing it's a working machete now. It's going to work. Just going to make you work, get your job done. Tough, durable, reliable, and of course, unfortunately, it suffers from the crappy handle. My friend eventually is going to get some, I think maybe micarta handle slabs, and I'm going to fit and shape a new handle for him. I love Ontario machetes, but their handles are atrocious. However, that being said, for the price, the real important part of the machete is awesome. So, about me constantly blabbering on, guys, let's go ahead and cut the video short. Well, not so much short. We just got to end it. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you for spending your time with me. I'll see y'all in another video.